Hi, pals. Hi, pals, and welcome to the Disneyland Paris Show. Here's your hosts, Lucy, Chris, and Hugh. Gosh. And now, Disneyland Paris news. New book.
Access to Marvel Avengers Restaurant is no longer guaranteed on AP preview days.
Superhero appearances rumoured to open in Avengers Campus. Star Wars Land cancelled.
Oh, yeah.
Plus more. The plus, well, no, that's it.
You said more.
Yeah, I said plus more.
Stop talking, I'll keep bonging me stuff.
The plus more was Chris had also found some bits, but there wasn't much to say about them, so we'll discuss them as we go.
And also, you usually have that. Hey there, hi there, Disney fans. Welcome to another Disneyland Paris podcast. We've got some news today and we're going to chat about it. Not going to lie to you, I'm usually kind of the news guru. But today, again, for the second week in a row, I have worked a more than 12-hour day. I am feeling a little bit foggy. And Hugh's done the news, and Chris has got his usual trip reports and stuff. So I'm going to sit back, and I'm going to allow the show to be driven by the wheels either side of me, which is fun.
The wheels are about to come off.
That's fun for me.
One of them started to pour himself some rum.
And that's why when I read the final headline, I went, oh, yeah. As if I had no idea it was coming.
Do you know what? I feel like we should just go straight into this then, Hugh.
Hey, ole, it's showtime. All together. Your tiki, 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 tiki cup. In your tiki, 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 tiki cup. Well, you made yourself a beverage, I'll drink it up from your tiki, 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 tiki cup. Chris, today you and I are enjoying a Tango Berry Peach sugar-free. I've put some of last year's spiced rum in there, which is coconut and vanilla. I forgot it was coconut and vanilla. Because I don't drink for 6 months, just, bit of a detox. But it's July.
Hooray!
So
it's going to go mental.
This is my third day on it.
Lucy, what have you got?
I've got cherries and berries, cordial.
Now listen, Lucy, I've got your first part of your birthday present.
Oh, before you do, can I just say, I've just got home from work, so I had a slice of toast, and I put a Disneyland Paris themed topping on the toast. I would like people in the chat to guess what said topping was. Maybe it's still in the corners of my mouth, that might be a giveaway. But, sorry, Chris.
It's all right. It's Tiki Cup related. We've talked about glasses because, you don't have a Tiki Cup because you like to be able to see the things that you've got. Now, I can't promise that you don't already have something like this, but I would have thought if you did have something like this,
Probably do.
You would have maybe have used them once before, and if you haven't, then I feel a little bit bad. But this isn't your real present. It's not your real present though.
And we all know
Here are some glasses for you.
We all know I'm
some
going to
tiki
some
glasses.
tiki glasses.
I'm gonna
and do you know what's
claim
good?
these.
We did have a pineapple glass that I shattered on our tile floor the other day. Do you have a kitchen floor that eats glasses like ours?
I used to have the exact same tiles as you do in our old house, and they did used to eat glasses. Yeah,
They are a touch of class, Chris.
Yeah.
it's a start. There is more because I don't know if you know, but it was Lucy's 40th birthday last month.
It was.
And I ordered her present, but it came from America. It isn't this. I ordered her present. It came from America, and it's only just arrived this week. But I was getting a bit sick of the whole Tiki Cup debacle. And I wanted to get you sorted out at least a little bit. Do you know what's interesting, though? They do Tiki glasses that are like this kind of thing. But
Chris holds up a ceramic green Tiki cup.
It's almost transparent.
Listeners.
But they're not very nice, the glass ones. The ones that I could find anyway.
Yeah.
And so I rejected those in favour of pineapples. I know Hugh isn't a big pineapple fan. I know that. He prefers his mangoes to his pineapples.
I love a pineapple, Chris.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I love the mango whip.
I know you do.
But I love that pineapple whip float. Do not be mistaken.
Can I just marry these? I'm aware that you're kind of on a roll and we'll come back to that, but can I just marry these two conversations together with Make Mine a Mango Whip and What's in Your Tiki Cup?
Yeah.
Because we have some news, people. Do we, Chris?
News.
Should I have checked this first?
I think the Dunn family answered your question first, Lucy.
Ooh.
They said
Nutella.
Nutella.
Nutella is correct.
Obvs, man. Obvs.
The smell was intoxicating.
To any
Take you
Americans
back.
listening and watching, we call it Nutella because it's not made from hazelnuts.
No, but I think that newt is how it's pronounced in its native tongue.
Don't care.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Yes, Lucy, yes, you said about news. Well, we kind of have news, but at the same time, I'm very much beholden to the graphic designer of the group who's pulling design together. But we're getting ready to order some stickers. This is the first part. We're getting ready to order some stickers. One is mine's a mango whip, and what's the other one? What's in your tiki cup?
What's in your tiki cup?
And then we've got a 37 Disney Street one as well. And the idea is we'll have them with us when we go to Paris this time. So if you see us, you might get some stickers if you happen to be there.
Dishing them out
Yeah.
like a prince.
We're going to stick them on all the lampposts.
Throwing coins.
Were these
to the
designs
villagers.
going to get put on T-shirts as well?
Yeah, so that's the next plan is when we've got it all finalised, I will be putting them onto some T-shirts on TeePublic as well. That's the plan.
That's my dream, to have merch.
Yeah.
We'd have our own merch.
Yeah.
Check out the merch
exciting, isn't it?
store. Yeah.
Yes.
It's very exciting.
Lots of people got Nutella, by the way, but Alex also said laughing
Oh,
cow.
laughing cow.
Oh,
I
that'd be
should
good.
have had a slice of each, shouldn't I? I do
And put
like
them
laughing.
together.
Yeah. That would be nice.
Do you want to do some kind of roll call, Hugh, before we talk about the news?
Yes.
Roll call.
Oh, well.
Who are they?
Ginger Fox.
Do you all aboard? What on earth?
Oh, sorry.
Come on.
All aboard, please.
Yeah, that was lame.
Ginger Fox. Ginger Fox was first in the chat, so congratulations, Ginger Fox. You get respect points, and
Yeah.
we're keeping a tally. And at the end of the year, you get a special certificate.
Of respect.
It's not true.
I've got a trip report from Ginger Fox today.
That's not true. That is true. We've also got Daisy and Claire and Emma and Con and Amelia.
Amelia.
It's Amelia. Yeah, we worked it out last week, didn't
I've
we?
got a trip report
But
from Amelia.
They've also put quite handily, hello from Amelia. Wits Wanderlust, Kiva's here, Arin, Alex, Caitlin, Lauren, the Dunn family. That's the same Claire. David, John, Sam, Mark, and Ruth, and Mike, and Anne, and I think that's it.
It's beginning to
One,
sound
two.
like an accountant,
Fando.
like an accountant's birthday party,
Mark,
isn't it?
Mark with a Q. Oh, okay. That's it.
Cheryl.
Mark with a Q says, do we have to walk up to you and say, what's in your tiki cup to get one? You do, Mark.
Honestly, if we take these stickers around, I think we need to come up with some like Russian spy type of.
We're going to drop them in bins
Yeah,
randomly
yeah.
and we'll let you know where they are.
Yeah, should we have some kind of
Password.
password?
Secret password interchange.
Start,
Handshake.
put your passwords, your suggested passwords in the chat and we'll pick one. How's that?
I like just hi pals. Hi Pauline. Right,
Hi. Right.
that's it. Should we do some news?
Oh, yeah, come on. Come on then. You've sorted all that out, Hugh.
Well, I have. So new book. A new book. Chris loves a book called The Art of Disneyland Paris will be released on the 5th of July at €50.
Yeah.
It is described as a portfolio.
Expensive.
A portfolio, yeah, expensive. A portfolio and album of memories, and it covers a 30-year history of Disneyland Paris. The book is available, if you're interested, and this is from the 5th of July, which is Tuesday. It's available from the Storybook Store, Sir Mickey's Boutique, Constellations, Flora's Unique Boutique, Harrington's, Fine China and Porcelain, Walt Disney Studios Store, the Disney Gallery, Bay Boutique, and World of Disney.
Now, I actually bought the 25th 25th anniversary version of this. Obviously, it wasn't the same book. It's just they released a coffee table book for the 25th anniversary, and it was kind of like a day in the life. I think it went 24 hours, and it was telling you like, oh, this is what the costume person's doing this time, and this is what the gardening team are doing that time. It was quite a good book. They've gone a different route this
It
time.
was 25 years ago. It was 16% smaller.
But I believe it was, what I'm going to say is it was 5 years ago, obviously. And I think it was about that price then. Maybe it was €45, but it certainly wasn't like €20. So I think it's expensive, but they know they know there's a fan base there who will buy the 30th anniversary book.
Mm-hmm.
It's a quandary for me because I want that book, but I don't think I €50 want that book.
Mm-hmm.
But the plus side is you are training it, aren't you? You're going on a train.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about flying with luggage. Because
No,
to me,
with weight of it,
these
yeah,
are
that's what you mean.
big books. So anyone
No.
flying, it's really, you have to decide before you go that you're leaving enough weight in your suitcase to get it.
Would be interesting to see as well in the not too distant future whether it appears on Shop Disney, because most of the books that are going into DLP at the moment do find their way to Shop Disney as well. So it might be worth waiting a little while. I don't know. I'm in such a quandary with it. I spoke to Laura about it earlier today and just said, look, I really want that book, but it's €50. I don't know if I can justify spending that money. And she went, no, you can't. And
Did you promise her you'd do chores for a month?
I already do the chores. And yeah, I don't. And I said, I can tell what's going to happen here. I'm not going to get one. And then when I can splash out the €50, it won't exist anymore, and it'll cost 350 quid a copy on eBay.
Yes, that's the
I can
truth.
see it.
That's
I can
why
see it
today
now.
we're announcing a new fundraiser
Yeah,
called Chris's Book Dream.
yeah. Go fund me. Go fund Chris's book.
It's a
Dream.
little dream.
What are people in the chat thought? Would you buy this? Is this like on your must get list? I must say the 25th anniversary book was for me. Now the thing is, my real desperate Disneyland Paris passion was quite new during the 25th anniversary, and I just wanted everything. It's still as passionate, let's say, but I know that book is in my bedroom collecting dust right now, and it has barely been looked at since. Having said that, I did read most of that book. Like, I sat on the living room floor and flicked through most of it, whereas other ones I've genuinely just left because
Sometimes, though, you just want to know you've got it.
exactly.
You know.
I know. It's like
Yeah,
Emma
that's me.
says, I've basically just had the same conversation with my wife.
Yeah,
The exact same conversation.
yeah.
We've got some.
And
past-
what? But I
some-
mean, what was the outcome? Was it the same outcome, Emma? Is that what you're saying? Did she say no? You don't like it that much?
No.
No.
We've had some good password suggestions for people who want to come up to us and claim a badge. Kiva thought about it's a phone case, which is a callback joke.
No.
Mark says 21st, which is quite a new one. Or €25.
I think it should be Nicolas Cage.
€25 like you. I think my favourite one is from the Dunn family, and the password is 2444 666 888 910.
And we'll be counting the eights.
Yeah, if you
Oh,
get it
no
wrong,
stickers.
no sticker.
I think if someone came up to me and said it's a phone case, I would take them to the nearest shop and buy them a Rhino Shield phone case. I feel like, even though they cost €50 as well, something like that, don't they? I think even though I for a callback like that, I feel like I owed people more than a sticker.
I don't know if the €50, but can I just say
Emma's not allowed the book.
I've had a
Says.
I've had a rethink on these Rhino Shield things. Now you're gonna laugh at me. I have for years had really beautiful, pretty Disney phone cases that I love a lot, and I've had a Small World one and I've had a Castle one, and it just makes me smile to look at them. But I drop my phone about twice a day, and it smashes and cracks and breaks. So I very sensibly got one of these hard-wearing, bounce off the pavement rubber things, and it's boring and I hate it, but this is what needs to be done. Now, if they're going to sell me hard-wearing, bounce off the pavement phone cases that have got Disney characters on them, I might buy it.
But Lucy, if you went, if for instance we're in DLP in a few weeks' time, right? You're there before us, and you think I'm going to buy that Rhino Shield case, and then the next day you lose your phone, then you've just wasted €50.
Is it really €50?
No, it's definitely 30. They're
Oh my
expensive.
God.
I'll
They're
tell you
not
what we
cheap.
found in Disney World. You cannot get an Android phone case
No.
in that park.
They've sold the mouse's soul to Apple.
Yeah, it seems to be Apple exclusive.
I
We
think,
didn't
yeah.
actually ask that, but it was pretty evident that there were every single shop we looked in Disney Springs, in all the
Yeah.
parks, no Android phone cases.
And they had
anywhere.
all the Apple ones in different sizes and ranges and stuff, but no Android cases. I think if you'd gone to D-Tech, where they do like the print-on-demand thing on the machines, I think you could choose a Android option there. But it was very unsafe, Hugh giving me his spare handset and not putting a protective case on it, because have you seen that episode of Friends where they say that Chandler's a dropper?
Yeah.
That's me. What are people's thoughts on the books, Hugh?
I don't know. We spent a lot of time on this book, haven't we?
Sam
says,
said,
yeah. She said. Sorry, go on.
No, I was just going to say, Sam said that she uses a lot of books as coffee table books once they're read, and they look so pretty. I have to say, it looks like a really nice book. It does look very, very nice. It's got a nice cover and that. It probably smells good too, Hugh. Probably smells really nice.
Aaron says, I love the idea of the book, but A, I'm flying, and B, I feel like I'd read it once and then it's gathering dust on my bookcase like the Guinness Book of World Records I've collected for 10 plus years. It's true, the big old things to bring back.
It's a tricky one. If I wanted it, it would just because I wanted it to know I had it, like Hugh said, and I think I've matured as a spender.
I think we should write a book.
I think we should write a book. We've got some ideas.
We have
for
got some
books.
ideas.
We've got some good
Start
ideas.
Throwing ideas around.
Just so you know. You know. Right.
So,
what else, Huey?
Next on the docket.
Ooh.
So, now, Chris and Lucy were discussing this earlier in the week, and I didn't quite follow it, but and I still don't. So, access to Marvel Avengers restaurants is no longer guaranteed, or as I put in the notes, no longer guaranteed on AP preview days. So, Disneyland Paris have said access to Marvel Avengers Campus restaurants is no longer guaranteed on annual pass preview days. We invite you to eat at another location in our parks or at Disney Village. What does this mean then?
Now,
Let's
what
clear
this was is there'd been this, let's call it press release, I don't know, announcement a week or so
Junket.
ago, saying that if you got a reservation for your AP, you could opt to also have a dining reservation, and it would be 90 minutes later, like almost automatically if you ticked that box, I believe. So if you got a 2:00 reservation for Avengers Campus, you would get a 3:30 reservation for Pim Kitchen as part of the reservation.
Ooh.
And I thought at the time, if everybody goes for this,
That
it'll
sounds hard to
either
manage.
either the land will be dead or they won't be able to manage it
Couldn't they
in
just
the
do like
restaurants.
a tasting menu type thing, like pop in
I
and
don't
grab
know.
stuff off table.
But
and
I
go
mean,
back out
the
again.
thing is, presumably some people will be able to get
'cause not saying you
reservations
can't,
now.
they're just saying
They're just
it's
not
guaranteed.
they're not doing this automatic guarantee thing. Now, I have got a reservation for the Sunday the 17th, which is 2 weeks today, and I haven't booked my transport yet, and I need to do some penny counting and some looking to see if it's logistically possible. I don't want to get anyone's hopes up, but I am trying to abandon my family and go on my own to Avengers Campus.
For how long?
One day.
So when you're back?
I don't know. I'm trying to do it after class.
I'm just thinking about the school run.
after class on Saturday and be back before class on Monday.
Okay.
So we'd have to do the show on our own.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
not another bro show.
Yes.
Am I-
You're drinking now as well. Oh, that could be
It's
fun.
gonna get heavy.
But we'll see.
I'll start crying.
I'd just really love to vlog it. That's the reason. I would just love to be there and vlog it and get all the news. Then I'd love to be able to come back and tell you all about it. But if we don't, we're there 2 weeks after, 3 weeks after that. 2 weeks. 2 weeks after that.
Did you see the note about that sound there, Chris?
Yeah, I've just turned you up.
Thank you.
It's because you don't angle your microphone correctly.
Yeah, I'll hold my
Oh,
phone
hold
out
on.
here. Right, so is that then?
I think so.
Mhm.
But they're basically telling people to eat elsewhere.
But you've got a specific slot as well, which means if you want to eat and you leave, you won't be able to go back in, will you?
No.
So that's the
Um,
other thing to bear in mind.
I don't think they've put a time limit on your slot. My slot is 1:45, so mine is really quite lunchish, potentially.
Well, it's post lunch.
Perhaps.
You can grab an early sandwich on the way in and
Yes.
hopefully not feel ill after eating it.
So mine's 1:45, but I don't think they kick you out at like 3:45. I think you potentially can stay there a long time. Having said that, it's a teeny tiny land, isn't it? So yeah, you only get to go in once, then once you leave, you're done. But you do get reservations to both parks on that day. So I'm not going over just for like an hour and a half.
Take a pack of polos just in case. That's my suggestion.
Take a pack of polos. So the next bit was superhero appearances rumoured to be there at the opening of Avengers Campus. I saw today a rumour, just a rumour, guys, that Tom Holland and Brie Larson are rumoured to be present at the opening of Avengers Campus. I saw this via a Twitter account, which I've forgotten, but it was like Captain Marvel News or something. But then their source was at Celebs in Paris. So celebrities in Paris tweeted this saying it was rumoured and with no other information. So, how likely is this?
Well, do you know what? Someone ought to ask Tom Holland because we'd know straight away whether it was true or not.
That's true. And if he was behaving himself, I reckon you could tell by his eyes if he was going to be there.
Can I just?
I think someone's going to
nail
be
my
there.
colours to the mast. If I was to put all my Avengers actors in order of my most favourite down to my least favourite, I believe they have picked both my most favourite and my least favourite Avengers there. So I'm a bit split on that.
Wow.
I'm not even going to tell you which way around it is.
I think. Does it conform to most people's views?
It probably does, and one of them can dance.
How do you know the other one can't dance?
I can dance.
They might be able to, but not with the same flair.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, I mean,
Someone's going to be there.
I would bust.
I don't know who.
I would bust
who
a
would
gut
be
to get
there?
there for Tom
Mind
Holland.
you, they could have all the Avengers, but just not, famous actors.
I think actually the person I mentioned might be my second favourite Avenger because Captain America himself, Chris Evans. The reason he's my favourite is because he's a massive Disney Parks fan. Did you know this about him?
Yeah.
Like, huge geek. And he actually came over for the opening of the Marvel Hotel, not to make a celebrity appearance, just because he wanted to go to Disneyland Paris, and he was there at the time. And I just love him for that reason. So he might come over. He would come over if they asked him.
He would
if
never
he could.
do that.
He would.
Ginger Fox says French Captain America. I would love to see French Captain America again. Thank you for your service. You're welcome, he said.
Will it not be French Falcon Captain America now, though?
Interesting. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, can we do a birthday shout out?
Can we do a birthday shout out? I've got some birthday music. I just got to find it. Why have I not got it on? That's interesting. Yeah, here you go. You ready?
Well, this is for Sarah got in touch and said, can we wish Helen Macro, remember Helen Macro?
Yes.
A happy birthday. So let's do it.
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Nice high harmonies there, Chris.
Yes. That's one of my favourite. Do you know what? We're talking about birthdays. Shall I give you your birthday present? It might take you a while to open it as we go. Right. This is your birthday present. It's come from the United of America States. I hope you like it. My boys helped me choose what we got you, but it's wrapped in tissue and stuff, so it might take you a while to open. We might want to talk about other things while you get it.
It's not gonna be one of those like pop worms, is it? As soon as I
It is. It's a can of worms. Yeah.
I bought Lucy this jumper for no reason because her birthday was a while ago, but it's kind of like Andy's room.
Oh, hang on. Let's just take this off in case it's got a price on it, shall we?
Oh.
Interesting.
What? There you go.
So, listeners, Lucy is unravelling a brown paper sheet of paper. A paper sheet of paper. Ooh.
Oh.
It's still attached to the paper as
Something
well.
Mary
so much
Blair
It's,
is emerging.
that is nice.
It's a little Mary
It's
Blair
a small
style print.
Now, I haven't.
It's
got
a small print after all.
It's a small print after all. It is tiny, but then I also thought if you buy things too big, they don't go on your wall very much, do they? Now I haven't bought you a picture frame
nice.
to go with it because I couldn't find because I think picture frames are a very very personal.
Yeah,
thing.
Your house. Yeah.
Yeah, so
that is beautiful. I love that.
Where's that from?
I cannot be emphatic enough about how much I love that print. People see it. Is it going see through? some green stuff there. So it's a Mary Blair. It's quite long landscape, and it's just got all the kind of Russian tops and. Well, it's a small world.
Paris
thing.
is on there. The Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Pyramids.
Pyramid.
It's good. I think we will Instagram it. Oh no, what do we do? Do we tweet it with the hashtag?
I say, if you want to see it, we'll do a hashtag 37 Disney Street Mary.
Mary.
There you go. That is lovely.
It's
I'll do that now.
I got it from Etsy, and the place that does it has loads of different things. I think I spoke to you a while ago about the fact that I wanted to buy a bunch of pictures.
It's like almost like felt.
Yeah, sorry. There was a bunch. They do a load of different pictures on this Etsy channel, and it's Hyperion something or other. But they do a load of Mary Blair things, which are Ichabod and Ichabod Crane stuff. And I had this idea that I wanted to get some of those and some of the winter things as well, so that I could have Christmas pictures that I put up and Halloween pictures that I put up specifically with Mary Blair art, because I thought it'd be quite cool. But yeah, there you go.
We want to do our entire staircase in Mary Blair. We've been saying it for ages, but it's
well, there's your starter.
It's a mammoth task. It's like when do we go, right? We're just gonna do this now. It's a job. Right, I'm gonna move us on to the next piece of news then. So, Star Wars Land cancelled?
Yeah.
Question mark?
Someone was talking about Tiana's Bayou Adventure, which is going to be replacing Splash Mountain in California and Florida. And Jim Shull, Imagineer,
ex-Imagineer
of 33 years, said, let me get the exact quote up. He said, maybe this will be built at Disney Studios Paris to replace the cancelled Star Wars Land. A lot of people saying, cancelled? Is it true? Some people saying, still a rumour, that's not been confirmed. But other people saying, we think it's true, probably by now.
Well,
I think it's true.
This is what we know, is it was pre-pandemic, it was on the cards. Just nobody doubted it. It was still there. At some point, I can't remember when, I'm going to say maybe 6 months ago. No, after the pandemic, so like a year and a half ago, it started being rumoured that it was cancelled. And then about 6 months ago, Bob Chapek made some reference. Was it at a D23 event, something like that? Was it on a shareholders call? Can't remember. But in a very official channel, he made reference to the 3 new lands coming to Disneyland Paris. So that is recent-ish. And
they also said that there were no change of plans as well, didn't they? So
well, is that how
something
they said
along
it?
those lines, yeah.
But they did. Yeah. The thing they definitely said was there was 3 new lands coming. And that sent people a whirl with speculation. First of all, people going, brilliant, that means Star Wars isn't cancelled. And other people saying, whoa, hang on. They're building another land they haven't told us about yet. So, yeah. But I wasn't sure about there's no change to plans.
Yeah.
Because yeah. However, Jim Shull, now it's worth mentioning that during the pandemic, he left the company. He is a really good person to follow on Twitter.
He's brilliant.
Because he gives loads of his old artwork, old photos, loads of sort of history and back from 33 years of being an Imagineer. However, I do understand, and I don't think I'm speaking out of school here, that he was quite upset about the way his contract ended, and he's been quite outspoken about some of the decisions Disney are making at the moment. So what I'm trying to say is that sometimes he can be a little bit critical. I don't know.
I
don't know what I'm saying. No, because I think he's absolutely brilliant and he's right in absolutely everything he says. But he's not on staff at the moment. So this might be his own conjecture or him taking it from a friend who still works there, or it's difficult, you know.
Well, like with any of these things, you take it with a pinch of salt until you hear the truth. But more importantly, would you take Splash Mountain over Star Wars Land?
Well, this wouldn't be quote unquote our Splash Mountain, would it? And we don't quite know what this would be yet. However, it is an outstanding ride, but it's not a land.
No, and presumably the reason it isn't here anyway was because of the weather and the climate over here, wasn't it? I seem to remember reading that somewhere.
That was the worry about getting wet.
You couldn't use it for 6 months of the year, could you? You won't want to go on it. Mark Riley's saying Jim Shirley is generally quite. It's just moved. Reliable with his insider info. Mark Chester's saying, if I do not get Star Wars Land, I'm going to go full Sith Lord mode and start saber swinging. What else? Ginger Fox, it would be ridiculous if they cancelled Star Wars Land, the biggest franchise of all time. David says, honestly, not that upset. Hope they do something more to replace it.
Can I just put my honest thoughts on Star Wars Land? Batu is, I am a big person for theming. I like things to be fully immersive, and I don't go for rides. I go for full immersion. I am a huge Harry Potter fan. And when I read Harry Potter books, I just dream of being in that land. And we've never been to Universal, but the thought of going there is just like, oh, that would be so amazing. And I think I would drink it up. I am a huge Star Wars fan and have been since I was kids. And me and Hugh
You were kids. Plural.
Well, I think what I was building up saying is that on our first date, when I was 17 and Hugh was 19, first thing we talked about was Star Wars. Wasn't it? Wasn't it cute?
That makes me sound like an old pervert. No. 17 and I was 19. She was 18 1 week later.
I was. But the geeks found each other. The geeks were like, in any social situation, the geeks will find each other. So we're big Star Wars fans, but it's not a place that makes me long to spend time there. Like, it was really good. The details were fantastic. You could walk around going, oh, wow, yeah, look at that. Wow, fantastic. But you're in...
Wow.
It's like... wow. It's by its very nature, it's not pleasant place. Am I making sense here? It's like I'd rather spend a lot more time in Pandora, even though I hate the Avatar soon to become films.
I'd happily sit and start in Galaxy's Edge.
Would you?
Yeah, happily.
All right.
Happily.
I could see that...
Just a different point of view.
I could see that a bio-adventure that wasn't Splash Mountain, that was maybe an indoor dark ride boat type thing, would actually fit quite well with the restaurant that's being built in Frozen Land. Yeah. Very well, in fact.
Yeah.
And there is another attraction that's yet to be disclosed, isn't there?
Yeah.
It to be built in that land on the way into it.
Oh yeah.
So maybe it could be that.
Oh
maybe
yeah.
Maybe it could be that.
There was that mysterious kind of little.
Because we talked about it, didn't we?
We
about what we would like it to be, and you said you'd like it to be the Encanto house.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember me saying before though? I just want them to build Tatooine. Well, the more Tatooine is featured in TV series and all the films and things, it makes more sense. It's still current, and they could just build the Tatooine spaceport, and there wouldn't even have to be that much in there. A shop, an eatery, probably an attraction. It'd be mad not to, but I think that would be the attraction. People would love to go to Tatooine. Like sand on the ground.
Can
you know
I
what I mean?
just bring some realism to this? Bob Chapek has his contract extended for 3 years. Bless him. And
congratulations.
Thing is, I was listening to Mickey Views the other day, and he was quite right. He said the reason we all hate Bob Chapek is he says the quiet bit out loud, so to speak. And whereas Bob Iger used to sugarcoat it and be really good at PR, Bob Chapek did an interview where he basically said, well, when we've got the concept work and the engineering already done for a ride, what we really want to do, because it's more cost effective, is just to take that exact ride and build it somewhere else, because it saves on the overheads, it saves on the credit, and it basically, you know, all the stuff that we secretly know. We know that's easier. We just don't expect executives to just say it. Now, as nice as it would be to take the Tiana ride, but tweak it slightly and have it as a dark ride instead of a water ride, or take Star Wars Land but tweak it so that it was just a Tatooine spaceport. They're not going to do that, because that doesn't save them any money. That just means that they're spending more money to reconceive an idea they've already got. So it will but without the attraction of brand new unique things. So it's either going to be a brand new idea or it's going to be a carbon copy of something we've got. I don't think they're in the business of tweaking things. Tell me I'm wrong.
No, I think you're right.
Mark is saying, remember when at the Imagineers event they said, we have ideas for the empty Adventureland plot.
Yeah.
Maybe
yeah.
maybe Tiana's Bayou will go there.
That would be a better fit
Yeah.
and a more likely thing, I think. Although I'm with you on the restaurant. It looks Art Deco.
Oh, just build Tatooine, guys. Come on.
Couldn't they like turn the bottom end of Discoveryland into Tatooine?
It's so
where the
easy.
Star Wars stuff already is.
Wouldn't you rather have Endor? I'd much
yeah.
rather have Endor.
Yeah, Endor would be cool.
So
No,
it's-
do you know what? No, I mean, yeah, but I don't think they could pull it off in the space.
What about-
I just think, chuck a load of sand down, build some round buildings, some square buildings, have the Mos Eisley Cantina.
I just saw a light bulb pop above Chris's head.
Well, they've got a whole extra
Oh, I
park
thought
to
you meant.
build.
I thought you meant actually. I was like, I was just checking all the.
They've got a whole extra park to build. What if the Star Wars land bit was just like beginning of the whole idea? And what they actually do is they make Star Wars as an actual park, right? A Star Wars park that has a hub like the other parks do, and there is Endor and there is Tatooine,
Hoth.
Hoth. That's it. That's all
Yeah.
you want. Those three in you. How happy would you be?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I want a Star Wars park.
An Alderaan, but you can't go there because it's all like
Thing is-
in pieces and exploding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
be zero
visit
gravity.
the Death
That'd
Star.
be
On
the
what
If you go
day?
near it, you can just hear the sound of 1,000 voices crying out.
yeah, and suddenly silenced.
And then you start wondering about the contractors. Different film.
Emma says, Chris, you need to work for Disney Imagineering. Well,
Yeah.
that's, I think my Tatooine idea has been overlooked here.
That's the first idea I've had that
Is
is
that-
cynical and ridiculous.
Does anyone else think Tatooine, Mos Eisley Spaceport would be a good idea? Anyone out there?
I mean, that's kind of what they've done in style. I know they haven't done it exactly, but that's kind of what
I think it's a slam
Batuu
dunk.
is.
It's the OG.
Oh, because you could have what's her face from Mandalorian there as well, like getting antsy with people.
Who?
The one who fixes his ship. I
Oh,
can't remember her
yeah.
yeah.
Tracy.
name. What a great meet
yeah.
and greet that would be.
Emma says, sorry, you didn't mean to leave you out. I'm only joking, Emma. Am I? Am I joking?
Just to bring you back down to earth, though, the Disney have dialed back considerably on Star Wars IPs, haven't they? Like since they kind of went hell for leather with 2 lands and a gazillion films. I know they've just had 2 Disney Plus things, but after Solo and
That's why I think they need to kind of suck it up and go, all right, I know what they want. They want the original trilogy stuff.
yeah,
Give us it, man.
Princess Leia in a white dress.
We want Leia. Boba Fett can be in there. We can have a Sarlacc pit.
Oh,
The kids can jump in it. Be fun.
Yes.
But I mean, this is
Jabba's barge.
just to bring it back to what the news actually was, this is kind of new and disorientating information to have Jim Shull, who, as we pointed out, is a reliable source generally, just saying casually, oh, they cancelled Star Wars Land. That's,
Kaz Shully. Thank you.
yeah.
This rum's kicking in.
Right, well, that's it for news.
Well,
you had
yeah.
your plus more section,
Well,
which is
yeah,
a mystery.
A few more bits. Literally just headlines that Chris passed on to me, which was Bastille Day fireworks.
Yeah, there's going to be on the 14th of July, there's Bastille fireworks after
Yep.
the main fireworks. Is going to be a Bastille Day celebration.
Double fireworks.
By the sounds of it, yeah.
Yeah. Bauble.
Bauble, yeah. There's a 30th anniversary Bauble, Mickey and Minnie, and the 30th anniversary.
I could not find any information on this. I don't know where you found it. No.
Well, where do you normally look for your information?
Twitter.
I looked
Yeah.
on Twitter and in the news section of Google.
I think it was DLP Reporter I found that. Go on, sorry, carry on.
Dapper Dan's?
Yeah, I didn't know it was shut, but Dapper Dan's has reopened.
It's been shut for so long that I forgot it was there.
No, there you go. It's there, price list up, but it's reopening. So
Would you get your hair cut there?
Well, I wouldn't generally go somewhere on holiday when I needed to have my hair cut.
Yeah, you kind of take care of that before you
You
go.
have to go
You
have
could
like
have
a
a wet
shave.
shave.
Yeah, I'd
You
like
can
to
have
go
a
do
wet
that.
shave.
But I
Wouldn't
don't,
that be an
I wouldn't want to be clean
experience?
shaven. Then.
You don't like people touching you, do you?
How did we make a baby? Through a sheet. Yeah, so that's it for the news.
There's a
isn't
bunch
it?
of refurb stuff as well.
Yeah.
The sign for Alice's Curious Labyrinth has come back apparently, and there's been some shrubs and stuff put down. There's like the usual stuff. Do you remember when everything was shut and
love
all
it.
the news was refurb? This has been painted.
Yeah.
That's been painted.
There's-
All that's still happening.
There's a new resort hub sign that's covered up, but you can see some sort of flourishes around the edges, which looks nice. I don't know where or what that is, but I keep seeing mention of it on Twitter. Yeah.
Oh, I have a question for people watching. Actually, can I ask a question before I go to the audience stuff?
Yes.
I'm. You might not know this. I'm going to DLP in 36 days. Yesterday it was 37, and I posted about it on Twitter.
Yeah, 37 Disney Street.
Yeah. And we're going by Eurostar, but we're going to Paris. Now I know we can get on the whatever it's called, R&R. Is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know we can do that. But when I look about, all I'm seeing at the moment is loads of horror stories of people getting mugged and pickpocketed and all that sort of stuff.
Oh,
When they're on the metro, and I don't really fancy that. So we're trying to see.
sounds like an adventure.
Yeah. So we're trying to see. Do we see if we can get an Uber? But I'm also aware that there's all kinds of funny things going on with getting taxis and cars and private hire into the city at the moment. So that's not really possible. And I also believe there's a direct train from the train station
Garde Nord.
from Garde Nord, but it's quite considerably more expensive. So I'm trying to work out the best way to go that doesn't involve us getting mugged. And I wondered if anybody's done it before and they can tell us.
Caitlin says the RER that
That's right.
was fine when I went in March.
Great, then we'll be fine. Thanks, Caitlin.
Yeah.
That was easy. That was easy.
Honestly and truthfully, I
was
take a lot
easy.
of what I see with a pinch of salt when I'm on these pages. But and in all honesty, a lot of what gets posted on the pages on Facebook are like horror stories and people who want to moan about stuff. So I've been on the London Underground and that it all happens there, and I've been on the metro in Rome and it all happens there as well. But I've
Yeah,
never really
I think
experienced it.
if you've got your wits about you. Speaking of that, Wits Wanderlust says it was fine for them both ways last week. But if you've got your wits about you, I think you'd be all right, because I'm very paranoid and aware of my surroundings, and I don't want to put a challenge out there, try me, but I think I'm quite hard to pickpocket.
It's just the idea of that.
Prove me wrong.
If I was on my own or with Laura, I wouldn't be concerned. It's the fact that I've got the boys with me that just adds that little bit of unknown to it, because if I'm distracted having to sort them out, I won't quite be on the ball. But I'm the kind of person who, when I used to carry cash, would have money in every pocket.
Yeah, I'm the same.
And also in my suitcase, because I always separated things, because I thought, well, if I lose 20 quid out of one pocket, at least I've still got the rest of my money.
Yeah.
Anyway, there you go. Wits Wanderlust, when you did get an Uber, well, how much did it cost? Obviously, fuel crisis and everything, it'll cost more now, but just to give us an idea of cost as well, it'd be quite useful to know. There we go. That's all I wanted to know. Sorry. Hijack the show for my own personal gains.
Well,
Good info.
I'm still wondering if I would much rather get the train from Leeds to London to Disneyland Paris when I'm going to try and do that hit and run. But I think it was just working out. I don't think it was money. I think it was timings.
Well, I looked at the cost when you said you were doing it, and the cost on the Eurostar was pretty much the same as any of the flights that I could see.
I think
but
it was.
You've got to get to London first. That's the only. That's
Oh well, yeah, and it's timings. It's like how, it's just because I'm trying to do it so quickly and in such a limited way. Anyway, we'll see. I will tell you next week.
Dumb Family says drive is the way forward. Now, you know me, I've always agreed with that, and I've always thought driving is the best way to go, but it actually works out cheaper for us to do this than it does for us to drive because of the cost of fuel at the moment.
Yeah.
So there we are. Do you want some audience trip stuff then?
Yes, please.
Audience trip roundup.
Well, we had a couple of trip reports come in, which we were going to do last week, but I have a bad back, so I didn't turn up last week, did I? I was nursing it. I'm still in pain, but I'm here today.
He's still in agony. He laughed.
The first one is from Ginger Fox 83, also known as Lee Chapman. I don't know if you want us to divulge that, and I don't think it's famous Leeds United footballer Lee Chapman, although if it is, that'd be kind of cool.
Famous in certain circles.
Yeah, well, you say that. Lucy and I had
we
no
both
idea.
went,
I know Gordon Strachan. That's
Well,
I
he
don't
played
know
with
Gordon
Lee
Strachan.
Chapman, so
Okay.
Oh, is that right?
yeah.
All right.
So well done.
Thank you.
I'm not sorry, he says. Right. Here we go. Now, these are long, and both of the trip reports, the people in question.
Sorry.
Fox 83 and Amelia.
Sorry, Dunn Family have asked twice. Have we read out their trip report?
Oh, Dumb Family, what have I done with it? Oh, can I promise you I'll do it next week because I don't know what I've done with it.
Yeah.
Have we not
I
read it?
filed it under something and I don't know what that is.
Have we read it? Have we read it?
I don't know, but if I have a read through it, I'll find out and I'll know.
Okay.
Let me go through these.
Yep.
And I will figure out. I'm sorry if we haven't done it. I'm very sorry.
Trying to think if we have. Anyway, sorry to interrupt.
Yes.
Carry on.
Okay. What I was saying was these are completely unedited and they're quite long, but they are very good and full of ace information. So here we go.
I'll do sound effects.
Ginger Fox 83 then. Originally booked in 2019 for a June 2020 trip with Magic Breaks in Sequoia Lodge with a Golden Forest room. We also had free half board and free €100 to spend with the promotion that was on offer. For me, my
Cha-ching.
wife and 2 daughters.
Sound familiar?
Now aged 5 and 9. It sounds exactly like the holiday that I originally booked, except we were at the Disneyland Hotel. But I also got half board at the time and the €100 to spend, which I haven't got anymore because of rebooking. As we all know, the world stopped in 2020 and Disney closed. Instead of moving dates a few months later, like many did, me and my wife decided to move it to June 2021. Although Disney had reopened, the Sequoia had not come to June 2021. I believe it reopened about 2 weeks after our arrival dates. Yeah, it was shut being refurbed, wasn't it, in a bit. Both me and my wife were secretly happy as we didn't want to go. We paid for a summer Disney trip. We didn't want to do Disney with no shows, no parades and no castle, etc. Understandable. Although Magic Breaks was trying to get us to rebook for any time before November 2021, I said no, I wasn't going in winter for the cost of summer, and they reluctantly let me rebook for June 2022, unknowingly knowing it was the 30th. I'm guessing that's why they wanted me to book before, as I've got a 30th annual trip for the cost of a 2020 trip, but it did mean I lost my €100 spending money and half board plus. Yeah, familiar to me, very. Come June, we stayed in Folkestone Premier Inn as we travelled from Norfolk. Wanted to get to the first Eurotunnel out that morning at 5:15 UK time and arrived at Sequoia 10:10 French time. That's a pretty decent time, that. Headed straight to the check-in lounge, the Golden Forest Chicken Lounge.
The Chicken Lounge?
Chicken Lounge, yep. And then that's a whorehouse, isn't it?
Oh.
That's a chicken ranch, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah.
You tell me.
It's a musical.
Oh.
Best Little Whorehouse in Texas.
Right.
It's about a real... Oh.
I'm with you.
But I
Chris.
digress.
I'm with you.
A nice lady got my booking out and explained everything, etc. I then asked her, how does our half-board meal vouchers work? Confused, she replied that I didn't have any meal vouchers. So I presented her with my original 2020 and 2021 booking info that states half-board. Still confused, she looked at documents and played with her computer for a moment and then reprinted our key cards to include half-board.
Okay.
Awesome. Saving me a small fortune. You don't ask, you don't get. I didn't push my luck asking for my €100 spending money back. We ate at Hunter's Grill twice, Billy Bob's and Downtown on our last night. Downtown was good for a buffet, but I didn't think it was anything special compared to the others. Was it worth £36 or €42? No, not in my opinion. We did parks in the morning and returning to hotel mid-afternoon for much needed rest and a dip in the pool one day as the heat was hot every day. We're all a shade of milk bottle white and ginger hair, so we don't like direct sunlight too much.
My brother.
Returning to the park late afternoon with a free pushchair, we got a Facebook marketplace for my 5-year-old, and it was a godsend in the heat. Oh, something just happened on my phone. I just knocked something and the keyboard appeared. Got off marketplace for my 5-year-old, and it was a godsend in the heat. Like many, she hasn't used a pushchair in 2 years, but we just used the pushchair in afternoons only when we returned to the parks. Yeah. On our last day, I noticed the park's full sign-up as we walked into the gates. We entered the studios, and it did feel crowded, especially when both Crush and Ratatouille were both closed at the same time.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
What else would you be there for at the moment?
Yeah. That cart that just sells chips.
Yeah.
No.
Hollywood and Lime.
The
area.
That's when you
the
end
Laughing
up...
Cow and vegetable
That's
surely.
when you end up in a 40-minute
Route
queue
66.
for the Slinky Dog, isn't it? When those two close.
Throughout our stay, I was surprised how little cast members were out and about. I tried to find the champagne cart before the parade and was unsuccessful, so after looking for a cast member for 10 minutes, I found one, and they didn't seem to know what I was on about. We only did the illuminations one night. That was enough. Just can't believe how so many people have no spatial awareness. Kids you understand, but the adults who barge, push and step over children seem worse than ever.
Yeah.
When a grown adult bumps into you, they don't even acknowledge you, let alone apologise. Lucky our kids weren't stood on like I witnessed poor family get trampled on by a large party.
Americans are so much
I
more
was gonna
polite than
say,
the rest of us.
is
They're
it
like,
my
oh my God, I'm so
imagina-
sorry.
Is it my imagination, or is Paris worse for that than America is? Than
Of
Florida is?
course it is, yeah. In America, even we had a go at someone, and even though he was kind of in the wrong, because he just came and stood in front of us, even though there was loads of space in the Canada show, or was it China? He, even though he was in the wrong, he still kind of got the upper hand. As he walked away, he went, better now. And I thought, he handled that well.
And he was,
Whereas we're very catty and we'll go, excuse me.
Yeah.
It's cutthroat in Paris, I'm afraid.
And we watched the fireworks in Florida as well, and we just found somewhere and we stood there, and everyone else kind of, stood around and checked to make sure I could see. And anyway,
we're known as being polite. We are not a polite country. The UK, we're not.
No,
It's a myth.
not.
It's a myth.
We're passive aggressive.
We apologise.
That's
No, we
what
don't
we
even
are.
apologise.
No.
We're rubbish.
No.
Carry on.
We tut we tut a lot. We tut.
Yeah.
Darren Dunn says he sent the trip report through again. I've just had a quick squiz at it on my email. I'm pretty sure we've already read it, Darren, but I will double check and go back over a few
because
episodes.
Pauline says we've not read it.
Oh, have we not? Well, there we go.
I'll have a look as well.
I'll double check.
Yeah.
I've definitely read it. I might not have read it out. Okay, all in all, we had a fab time, doing pretty much everything on our list, and was ready to leave after 5 fab days. My girls aren't interested in meets and greets, but happy to see a wave at the characters from a distance, which is good for me. Thanks for all the hints and tips. Really enjoy listening and watching the show, and we'll continue to listen, even without a trip booked. Thanks again. One last thing. As I stayed in Golden Forest, I didn't buy a drink once, as I picked up cans, cartons, and drank lots of water from the lounge. Between us, we had 16 cans. The cost of a can at the hotel bar is €5.10. Hugh can do the maths. My question is
What?
staying in an excessive room, I'm guessing we mean the club rooms there, club level, is it worth it anymore, as you no longer get fast pass per person per day? A debate for a future episode after Chris has his visit, perhaps. I see both pros and cons.
I am very surprised they haven't brought that back for club level, because it would be far more valuable now.
Easy as well.
It would be easy. It would cost them nothing, and it would justify people going in club level, and they could put the price up of club level now that they're actually.
I bet it will come back.
I think. It will.
So. For me, because I've done. I did the Newport Bay one. What's that one called? Compass Club.
Compass Club.
I think at the cost that I got it for, it was only a couple of £100 more than staying in a standard room, and that was for 4 nights, I think. And I think it was worth it just for things like the car being parked for me, the valet parking, the concierge desk, and not having to stand in queue with everybody else. That's changed now because you check in and everything online, which means it's a hell of a lot quicker getting through your check-in. So, the pass was a good thing to have. The fast pass was a good thing to have because you could use it wherever you wanted, but it wasn't essential to it. But the snacks and the drinks, to be able to come in late, before the place is shut, but late at night, and go and grab a couple of cans to take up to your room was really good. Probably not worth the £200 in total, but I think overall, as an experience, it was. And the rooms are slightly better as well.
Yeah.
That's my view.
Yeah.
For what it's worth.
I'm going to give your voice a little rest just to address something in the chat. When Caitlin Jackson, who is an American, said, I've never been told that Americans are polite, especially Floridians. And I just have to tell her that you are an incredibly warm and personable nation. And maybe you don't realise that when you're on the inside.
I think it's...
But you really, really are.
They have an inherent confidence, and with that comes a humility. And someone will just say, I'm so sorry, whereas we are kind of very defensive, and even if we're in the wrong, we will have a go at someone for telling us we were in the wrong. Like, I'll go, well, you shouldn't have been walking so fast. Like if I bump into someone and they say, watch where you're going, I'll say, well, you should have been watching too. You know what I mean? We can't just go, oh, I'm so sorry, my bad.
I would just want
Which
to
the
be out
Americans
there
do.
saying, I love Americans. I mean, there's some crazy ones on Twitter. There's some really crazy ones on Twitter. But all the ones I've ever met in person, lovely. Right, you may carry on talking.
Cometh the hour, cometh an unicorn. Are we okay to carry on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Amelia Hodge, then. This is your trip report.
I will just say, just to break it up, Aaron was saying, just wanted to check where do we send them to, and a few others would like to send them to anywhere. You can Instagram messenger message us, Twitter, or the email.
The best one is the email, and that is mailbox at
37disney.co.uk, and it's in the description for every single episode. I think pretty much.
Facebook
last year.
Facebook Messenger.
Yeah. I mean, it can go anywhere, but it's most kind of concise if it goes to the email.
And if you forget, just drop us a message anywhere at all on social media, and we'll point in the right direction.
Yeah.
Amelia, then. Hello, Amelia. Okay. I'm a single mum and took my 6 and 3 for tomorrow-year-old sons for what was the first Disneyland trip for any of us.
Oh, that just makes me want to cry with happiness. Carry on.
Okay, I shall. We took the Eurostar on the 1st of June, left home at 7:40 to be there when they started our queue. The train was delayed by 40 minutes waiting for everyone else, but activity books and the excitement got us through. Used Disney Express for luggage, highly recommend it because we got outside at 4 p.m. If we'd had to go into the hotel first, there's a high chance we wouldn't have made it to the park at all that day. Mm-hmm. Instead, we managed about 3 hours in Fantasyland, Dream and Shine Brighter and the Stars on Parade before heading back to Hotel New York. Kids slept from 8 till 10 p.m. When I woke them up to go back in and watch the light show and fireworks. Really glad we did this on the first day, as it was very magical for them. On Thursday, we did Peter Pan, Dumbo and Buzz Lightyear in the early magic time, then queued for 2 hours to meet Mickey. From overhearing, lots of rides went down whilst we were queuing, and I think lots of Fast Pass people interrupted our queue. But we were indoors and out of the heat, and Son and the kids had their activity books and snacks kept them going. After lots of rides, the kids were tired around 4:30, so we headed back to the hotel and explored the kids' club, where we got to try drawing Spider-Man. That looks really good, that. I have to say that the little drawing rooms and stuff, it looks really cool. Then the pool, which was a huge hit, then back into the park around 7 p.m. for another hour or two, including Pirates. Friday morning, we met Spider-Man in our hotel. First slot is at 8 a.m. and did the Marvel photo stations before early magic time in the studios for Ratatouille ride and Slinky. One son was too small for Crush's Coaster and the other didn't want to do the parachute drop, so we did the Zoetrope. Thanks for the tip, Lucy. Yes. Animation Academy, drawing Olaf this time, and saw lots of shows, Mickey and the Magician, Disney Junior Dream Factory and National Geographic's Symphony of Our World. All great.
The Dream Factory is 1 year old.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
4:15 p.m, the only slot I could get. We had dinner at the Ratatouille restaurant, which was fantastic, and then back into DLP for Phantom Manor, Aladdin's Passage, The Dragon, and the Gardens of Wonder. I'm glad you said that the Ratatouille restaurant was good, because again, same page as I've been on talking about RER, everybody's complaining about it at the moment and saying that it's not very good. So, and
we don't help because I liked it and Lucy was like,
No. I would go there again, and I loved the ambiance. The service was fantastic. It's just a lot of these novelty restaurants. The price you pay in isn't reflected in the food, but the food is good. It just, yeah.
Saturday we checked out early with Disney Express again, then did Buzz Lightyear and Thunder Mountain in early magic time. Even the 3-year-old loved it. 9:45 a.m. we had breakfast at Plaza Gardens with Eeyore, Tigger, Pinocchio, Geppetto, Captain Hook and Mr. Smee, and really enjoyed it, but glad we had already met Mickey. Then we did the Disneyland Railroad and Thunder Mesa Riverboat, both for the second time. Saw another Dream and Shine Brighter show and wandered around soaking up some last DLP atmosphere before heading over to the Eurostar at 4:30 for the 6:03 train home. All very happy and exhausted.
That sounds like the perfect trip to me.
She's got some notes here as well.
Everything that she's described, like they had time, they found time to do Aladdin's Passage, and they went and visited the Zoetrope. These are things people don't do, and it annoys me because they just go on the big rides and say it's all queues. I love it. I love that you had a character breakfast. I love that you managed to get the kids up to see the fireworks. It just, well done you. Well done, Mum.
Filled your
Good
boots.
work,
And
Mum.
walking around soaking it up, that's just something you can do for nothing.
Yeah.
For free.
I love
except
seeing...
for the grand that you've spent on the holiday. But
I love seeing something as full as that, how much you've got done in those few days, and then you'll be on the train going back and thinking about all the other things that you haven't done as well that you get to do next time you go. Yeah, it's great. Okay, other notes she's put. The park full signs were out every day, I think, but not having been there before, I assumed it was usual for them to sell out. It was busy enough for me. After the kids were asleep each night, I ended up staying up for another 2 hours prepping the next day's clothes, snacks, bags, plans, etc. So I really needn't have bothered taking the magazines I thought I'd read. By Saturday night when we got home at 9 p.m, I was knackered.
Yeah.
We watched the parade from opposite Bellanotte, the light show from in front of the Plaza Gardens, and it's just jumped back up to the top. And what's going on?
Can I just
Sorry.
say about prepping the park bag as well? That's my least favourite thing about a Disney holiday. However, I know from enough experience that just dragging yourself off that double bed to do those things the night before is so worth
I
it.
found my park bag was so, like, I sorted it out on day one, and it was so consistent that I knew that every day I could wake up and I got my wallet, got my phone, pick up my park bag, and I knew everything was in there.
But there's things like, refilling your water bottles and getting the clothes out for the following day, and just little things like that, as opposed to just dumping everything, flaking on the bed, and then waking up in the morning and not know where anything is. And it's worth doing.
I found my line. She says, I tried Disney bounding, all thanks to Lucy's tips. Thank you. Amelia, what did you Disney bound as? Yeah. Tell us that while I finish off reading. I took our buggy with the extra seat attachment, and I'm very glad I did. We wouldn't have gotten through half as much without it. My day bags mostly consisted of snacks and water, but also activity books, pencils, and handheld fans for the boys, which were useful toys and distractions as well. Also had an umbrella for shade while we watched parade shows outdoors. Ollie won an umbrella on a tombola yesterday, and he wants to take that with him. It's blue. I bought the photo pass and did get some nice photos, but Mickey was the only character we ever queued to meet, so not sure it was great value. And then just put, oh no, it probably was worth it.
Yeah.
Plaza Gardens breakfast at Ratatouille and Ratatouille dinner were the only meals we ate out. Otherwise, I self-catered, easy with food intolerances, which also kept costs and time spent queuing lower. Apart from our day bag, our luggage consisted of one duffel bag of all our clothes and one large backpack full of food. I had to be able to manage everything myself or on the buggy for getting around to getting to and from St Pancras. So thank you, Chris, Hugh and Lucy, for your show and tips videos, which really helped me make the most of our trip. We'll definitely go again someday, so I'll keep watching in preparation for that and to keep the Disney magic alive in the meantime.
Yay! That's why
Brilliant.
we're here.
Well,
that's
thanks.
Like the best email.
Thanks, Ginger Fox and Amelia, for those two very good trip reports.
Yeah, keep them coming, folks. Keep them coming.
Amelia says, Finding Nemo, Snow White, and Mickey Mouse Disney bounds.
Awesome.
Oh, good choices. Good choices.
Yeah.
I should say, Ginger Fox sent some pictures, but I've not had a chance to sort them out, which is why I haven't put them on, so I'm sorry about that. But thank you very much for sending those through. If you do send photos or videos and things in as well, please feel free to. It just depends how I'm going as to whether I might get a chance to show them, but I will try to get pictures and things in there when I can.
Yay.
Mm-hmm.
When we were talking about club level, Pauline said when she booked last year, it was only £100 difference and worth it for the breakfast, snacks and drinks, in her opinion.
Yeah.
Now, if we were shopping for a package and there was £100 difference, I think I would
you wouldn't think
definitely
twice,
consider it.
Especially if you're driving.
Yeah, it just makes sense to do it. But we're also people who wouldn't pay ticket price, really. We wouldn't go, yes, here's 500 extra pounds for a bit of a lounge and convenience. We'd rather have the money and the inconvenience, wouldn't we?
Yeah, I can put up with quite a lot to save money. Once again, Wits Wanderlust, the email address is mailbox@37disneystreet.co.uk.
I'm going to do a jingle.
Well, Chris will put it in the description down below.
It's already there.
He always does.
It's
Is
already
it
there.
already
Have a
there?
look. Just have a look now and have a look.
It's
It's
good.
already there.
It's a good egg.
Yeah, and while you're there, give us a like. Yeah. You're already there.
Don't forget to click that notification.
I have got
Follow us for more great recipes.
a new video, almost pretty much written. I just need to find time to sit down and film it. Called "My Tips for How to Have a More Magical Experience at Disneyland Paris." Things that just up the magic a bit, rather than just turning up and doing the rides. Just some extra bits. So if anyone's got any suggestions for me, if you want to send those to me, or little hints and tips.
And if you're one of our Patreon pals, we're going to do an extra magic time now afterwards. I've posted the link in already on Patreon, so hop over there and join us. I'm going to be distracted because I'm going to Switzerland very early tomorrow morning, so I need to get the podcast out, but I will still be having a conversation. I'm just going to be doing stuff on the computer at the same time.
And anyone who's watched my video on my personal channel, which is just my name, Hugh Raine, R-A-I-N-E, thank you. I am aware that for some stupid reason, I put at the end of the video, you know, the end card, part 2 coming soon, which is completely redundant once part 2 comes out. So I'll never do that again. As soon as I published it, I thought, why did I do that?
That's like Back to the Future, where it says to be continued at the end of the... oh, no, I suppose that's not quite the same, is it? Because it is still to be continued.
Yeah,
The implication is it hasn't been
It's just a
cancelled.
completely redundant thing, because once the second video's out, you know, all that's going to do is add confusion. People are going to go, oh, well, I'd watch the second part, but apparently it's coming soon. What an idiot.
There you go.
Yeah.
Shall I say bye-bye?
You can say goodbye if you want to.
Right. Thank you all for being ace. These have been the boys. I've been Lucy, and goodbye.
See you later.
Peace.